Well, hello and welcome, insurance professionals. We are excited to share a system that is beginning to revolutionize insurance offices across the country. Regardless of your company size or the type of insurance that you represent, Zoes may be the solution that you're looking for as well. And that's because Zoes can free you up to acquire more new clients. It can increase your client retention, and it can help you drive more referrals. My name is Ron Sineni, and I'm the member of the Zoes team that will be sharing with you today. And I want to let you know up front before I jump in here, this is going to be fast-paced. And that's because this is a what's in it for you, the insurance professional video, not a how-to tutorial. So after I quickly share our little value proposition, we're going to jump right in and paint a few pictures so you can grasp what Zoes can do for you in your business. And then we're going to take you into a live demo so you can experience Zoes in action. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, Zoes is a very simple web-based solution. It's simple in that you can literally get started with Zoes in less than 2 minutes and can master the system with little tutorials. Zoes is web-based. It requires no software. You're going to go into the Zoes website to log in, where all of your company information will be kept secure and accessible at any time and anywhere. Zoes is relatively no risk. It's only $15 per month per user. There's no setup fee, no contract, no early cancellation policy. The bottom line, if you feel at any time we're not filling your need, you simply go into the system, click terminate, and you won't invest another penny. Now, elite business owners teach us that we have two sides to our business, and they must be separated. You have an in-your-business side that's filled with day-to-day tasks that can really bog down a salesperson or business owner. Then there's an on-your-business side. That's where the revenue's generated, but it's often hard to get to. As an example, working in your insurance business for an insurance professional means accounting, administration, commissions tracking, document management. There's an HR and benefits side to it as well. There are many platforms on the market that will perform these functions, but let's face it, these are all necessary but non-revenue generating systems. That's why you need Zoes, because Zoes is the platform that's going to prompt you to work on your business, focusing exclusively on income producing activity. And Zoes does that by performing 4 major roles in every business it touches: simplify, organize, personalize, and prioritize. Zoes can simplify your day and give you time to grow and cultivate your business. Zoes can organize your most crucial income generating activities all in one place. Zoes can personalize your business, bringing a list of names and addresses into living, breathing people. And then Zoes can prioritize your day, which will prompt you to do the income producing activities you need to perform for each client and tell you when to do it before you get into the day-to-day tasks. So let's move forward and get a little bit closer to the demo here. As you know, in your business, everything begins with a lead, so that's where we're going to start with you. Now, you've got lead generation systems in place like the ones you see pictured here. Now, in your business, you may acquire a list of leads or names and addresses, or you may get out of the office and network and accumulate stacks of business cards. For our purposes, we're going to stick with a business card example. We're going to take a card and we're going to show you how Zoes can completely revolutionize your business in minutes with just a few clicks of a mouse. So let's pretend you came back from a Chamber of Commerce luncheon and you got this stack of cards, and your typical goal is going to be to sift through them to uncover the potential prospects and contact them while they're fresh. But what typically happens? Well, we start working in the business. The phone's ringing. The paperwork has to be filled out. There's emails piling up. Well, for our purposes, we're going to pretend that you actually got to the stack. My first question to you is this: what do you remember from all these cards and names? What did these people look like? What were their hobbies? Did they have a family? What was their business background? Were they on Facebook or LinkedIn? And why would you want to know the answers to these questions? Well, fast forward and pull a card out of the pile here. We're going to use Steve English, one of my business partners, as an example here. And you were on top of your game. You met Steve at a Chamber of Commerce luncheon, and you said that he was a key contact here. You asked him if he would be your friend on Facebook and if you wanted to connect on LinkedIn because you guys really hit it off. And I'm going to take that little bit of information in this business card and show you what Zoes can do to completely revolutionize your business. So we're going to jump into the live demo here and log into the system. And it's going to take me to this blank screen here, and that's because this is the first contact that I'm going to add into Zoes. So I'm going to click New Contact. And this brings up our contact profile area, which is where you'll bring your entire book of business to life for you and your staff with simple clicks and drop-down menus. Watch how this works. I'm going to enter the name Steve off the business card here, and I'm going to roll over and I'm going to click on this Facebook icon. That's going to bring a list of Steves in my Facebook area. And I click on it, and it brings information in. Then I'm going to click over here on the LinkedIn icon. And that's going to pull up my LinkedIn page. There's all the Steves in my LinkedIn, my first and second connections. I click on Steve English, and it pulled in more information. Now remember, I simply typed in Steve, and I clicked two icons. Look what Zoes did for me. It brought in his last name, his title. It brought in his company logo, his business address, his website. It even pulled in his birthday, July 7th. Unbelievable what Zoes can do to bring your business to life. But what does this really do for you real simply? Well, it gives me a huge advantage over your competitors. You can open and cultivate true know, like, and trust relationships because you have Steve's entire life in front of you. If I click on the Facebook icon and I go into his Facebook account, I've not only gained access to Steve, but I've gained access to endless amounts of lukewarm leads through Steve's friends and connections. And this is going to happen with anybody that you're connected to on Facebook. So that is the personalization piece of Zoes. I'm going to click out of this here. And we're going to get right back into income producing activity. So rather than stick Steve's card in a desk drawer or type his name into a spreadsheet or some sort of CRM database, we're going to place Steve right into your pipeline, and we're going to assign him an actual workflow process activity. Now you've got different workflow processes in your office. So we've set up some examples here for you of what we would use, and we define workflow as business process made up of a set of stages. So this business process that Steve's in is our sales process, and the stages for that are: he was a lead, I introduced myself, qualified him. Eventually I'm going to get to an RFQ or a policy evaluation. I'm going to present my offering, I'm going to collect a decision, a yes or a no, and hopefully I'll acquire him as a client. Now you've also got lists of clients. So you would bring them into the client retain section. When we set up your clients in Zoes, you're going to be ready to start going out and touching them to retain them. Birthday wishes, quarterly touches. You can do monthly touches if you wish to. You get to define both of these fields and all of the stages that go inside it. We've also set up a new client stage. So clients less than 30 days, they'll get a welcome letter, they'll get a thank you, a Facebook invite, and a LinkedIn invite. This is where you would set up your workflow processes here. And it's how you really get into activity as soon as you bring a lead into the system. So for Steve, he's in my sales process, and I've already met him, introduced myself, and I'm going to qualify Steve. So let's move over here into contact settings because I want to further define Steve as a prospect, which is what you're going to do with your other folks. Now in the contact settings area, these are also customizable and user definable. You might set up your office by location or by territory, but typical insurance professionals are going to set it up with these four key areas. First of all, they'll name this one lead source because they want to be able to track their advertising and marketing dollars. Let's face it, a lead costs us both time and money. Even if you're going to the Chamber of Commerce event every Friday, you're spending money on lunch and you're spending time to go there. So if you make a bunch of friends and you're going there week after week after week and not generating any referrals, you want to be able to evaluate your ad and marketing dollars there. So I met Steve at a Chamber event. The key product we talked about was group medical. They have also set up a secondary product. If that doesn't work out, we want to talk to him about his life insurance. And the current carrier field, so you know who your competition is here. He's with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Now, let's go one step further because remember what we said. In Zoes, Zoes is not a listing for names in a database. We want to assign an action to every single contact because Zoes is to help you set up and drive revenue through activity. So we've set up a special date field for you down here. We also refer to this as our trigger field for your entire book of business. This is the what do I do next and when do I do it to move this contact through my sales pipeline to collect a decision, to touch this client to retain renewals, or to leverage our relationship to drive referrals. Now, Steve's in the qualification stage, so I want to set up a lunch with Steve, and we're going to go sit down and talk. And we'll do this. The calendar popped up on April 30th. And at this point, I want to stop right here, and I want to show you what Zoes has been doing in the background. So I roll up here, and I'm going to click Save. And Zoes has taken all my clicks in my little drop downs, and it's put them into a contact listings area. We call this our IPA, or income producing activity screen, and I'll show you this more in depth in a minute. It's got his first and last name, his company. Chamber of Commerce is where I met him. We're going to talk group medical. He's with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Then we're going to talk life. He's in my sales process. I'm qualifying him. I'm going to have lunch with him on 4:30, and I've even got his birthday over here. So let's click on Steve. and kind of bring him to life. This is Steve's activity ring. So right here, it's got a map to his location. It's got a calendar. I want to click on the calendar right now, and I want to make sure that I remember to do this lunch with Steve on April 30th, or Zoes is going to remember it for me. We're going to go to Papa's Steakhouse, and let's do this on 4:30 like we discussed, and I'm going to click Save. And Zoes is automatically going to send a reminder to Steve, and it's going to ask him to accept or decline the invitation, which makes you look very professional. For this here, you're going to click Don't Send. That message is actually going to go right from your Microsoft Outlook or whatever email carrier that you use, and it'll come right back to you. So let's pop up to the calendar real quick, and I'm going to show you what Zoes just did. First of all, it set my lunch with Steve on April 30th. There's my information. Steve has received an invite. And I also want to show you this. Remember I just typed in Steve and Zoes went out and pulled in information? It's also put Steve's July 7th birthday right into the calendar. So it's completely interactive with you. As soon as you type in information, Zoes is working on it for you. Let's go back up to the activity ring here for Steve, because before I go to my lunch, I want to go look at any recent activity that Steve and I have had here. So this is my recent activity log. This logs anything that comes into the office. For example, if you have a phone call that comes into the office, you can log that here. Any kind of information, you would just click Add, and you can type what was important about that call. If you want to log a text, if you received a text message, you'd click Add and put the information here. Email, for example, let's just play this out. So Steve sent me an email, and in this email he's asking me, or I'm asking him, if he can please send me a copy of his life policy. He said yes, I will. So over here in the library, he actually scanned it and emailed it to me. I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to get that life policy so I can look at it and I can prepare for it. This is a life policy for Steve. I'm going to click Upload File. Got a little PDF here of his life policy, and now I've got that. I'm going to click Save. That is in my library where you can store any important documents that you have. So if I click on Steve's life policy, it's going to bring it up for me right there. So let's fast forward a week and let's pretend that some time has gone by and you've actually gone into Zoes and you started using our little drop downs and clicked, and you've actually entered some contacts and your business has really begun to grow. And let me show you what that does for you. I'm going to log in here. And what Zoes has done is taken all of your points and clicks and created a client listing sheet that we call the IPA screen, Income Producing Activity Screen. These are all the clients that you've loaded. They're all here in real time and in one place. Remember when we did simplify, organize, personalize, and prioritize? This is what Zoes does for you. And as we click through this list, you're going to see a face with a name. A face with a name. And by the way, these are Hollywood actors and actresses. Just for confidentiality's sake, we use them as examples, just so you know if you're seeing familiar faces pop up on the screen. But we're going to go through the columns and show you, once again, what you can do to really bring your business to life and generate activity, and take a look at and be able to have a snapshot of your business each and every day. So if we go over here to lead source, for example, we want to find out where our leads are coming from and what's effective. I've got a couple from the chamber, some Facebook, some LinkedIn. This is where I can track my advertising and marketing dollars and track all of my agents' information. Key products that we're quoting on. We want to make sure that we've got a well-rounded areas. Some of you are going to be home auto life. Some of you are going to be group medical people or independent health people, depending on your type of business. But this is where you can really put a thumbprint on your business. This is the business process area. These are all the people in your sales pipeline. These are all of the stages that they're in right now. You've got presentations to do. You've got a lead, an RFQ that's due, some qualifying that you have to be done. These people are here in decision-making time, a presentation. Right over here is your special date field. This is what has to happen with every single one of these clients. Set a meeting, intro call, follow-up. And then if you slide over here, this is where all of your agents are. So we're going to scroll down a little bit. These are your sales pipeline. We're going to go back over here. These are your new clients, all the activities that go along with them. This is your client retention field. Now notice with all your clients, you've got their birthdays listed here. That's why you've got this blank section right up here. But I'm going to click on owner, because this is where you can really take a look at what's going on in your office. You can look at all of Jane Agent's clients right here. This is your own. And this is all Scott agents. And the reason I can see everything is because of the security rights. Bob owner has rights to look at the entire business, and we'll get into that in just a couple of minutes. But moving right along here, I want to pop up to the calendar and show you the other area that provides a snapshot of your business. Now that we're in Bob owner's database. So in Zoes, Bob owner can see the entire calendar. And you see the color codes here. These are color coded by the 4 contact settings that we did. So we're just going to look at lead source, and right over here you click on a legend. I can tell where all my leads came from in the calendar. I've got a meeting at 11 o'clock. This was a referral. I've got a meeting on the 21st at 9 a.m. This red one here I got from the symposium. The green one here I got from the corporate website, and so on and so on. If I want to take a look at what's going on in Scott Agent's business, I click on Scott Agent. The same thing. He's got staff meetings and he's got all of his calendar set up here. If I want to go look at what's going on in Jane Agent's world, I can look month to month, I can look by week, and I can look by day. So this is our analytical calendar, which is just amazing and very unique to Zoes, is that we've actually tied in color codes with the 4 contact settings. So that's your calendar. Now I want to pop out here and I want to show you 2 final important features that we're going to use to build and grow your business that really helps you with your business security. So let's log out here. This is a fantastic feature when it comes to protecting your book of business. As the business owner, you are going to have the ability to control who has access and who does not have access to your client's information. So if you have an office or a company with more than one agent, you're going to allow each agent to have access just to his or her clients. And you might have yourself or the manager or the administrative staff have full access to all the clients. And that's what this would look like. This is the contact listing screen. And as you can see, Bob owner here has access to everybody. But if I click over to Jane Agent screen, Jane can only see Jane's clients, and Scott can only see Scott's clients. That's business security settings. And it gets even better because Zoes allows you to assign and reassign accounts to further protect your book. Let's just say that Scott doesn't want to be in the insurance industry anymore, or you've got a partial book of your business that you just can't get to and you want to give it to one of your other agents. It's very simple in Zoes. It takes a couple of clicks. So we would go into Scott's screen in this example. Scott's decided he doesn't want to be in the insurance business anymore, and you would take all of Scott's clients, and with a click you'd simply move them over to Jane. Very simple to assign and reassign accounts inside of Zoes. In cases like this, you want to make sure that all your clients are taken care of and no balls get dropped, so you immediately transfer the information. It's going to pull in all the calendar, all of the standing appointments, and everything, and move them over to the new agent. So very, very simple. And that is the revolutionary Zoes. Now this can take you, if you really take a look at Zoes like other insurance professionals are, it can take you from selling insurance into building a book of business that can become a willable and sellable wealth generating asset that you wished it would be from day one. From here, it only takes 2 minutes to get started. With Zoes, all you have to do is to go to our website and you're going to click on register. And once you do that, the screen's going to pop up. You're going to fill in your information. You're going to scroll over and you're going to click next. And after you click next, it's going to pull you into the screen where you're going to choose how many users you need for your office. You may need 1 user, you may need 5, you may need 10. You choose your number of users. You take care of your investment and you are started. And as soon as you click submit, your payment's going to go through. You're going to receive a receipt and a welcome video is going to pop up from Zoes. Zoes is going to immediately start running very clear, concise video tutorials that are going to guide you step by step. If you have any questions, we're always here. You can contact us at support@zoes.com. And just remember, we want to get you up and running as fast as possible, so you reach out to us and we're going to help you get up and get started. So for now, I just want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you all of the best in your insurance profession. Take care, everybody.